while I was in law school,
Mm.
I actually wrote a law review article
Mm.
entitled Artificial Intelligence and the Implications that AI has on copyright law.
Mm.
So for me, I realized very early on that AI was the future.
Welcome back to another episode of Attractive Mindset. And today's guest, listen, you can't put talent without his talent. You know what I'm saying? Absolute amazing person. You can call him Ja, Eli, Manage Ja, anything that you really want to do. And this man is going to set you up, and he has something that's absolutely going to change the game. Meet Ja.
How we doing? Appreciate you having me. Excited to be
Absolutely.
here. This is awesome.
So break down a little bit what you do to, everybody in the audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give you a little background. I'm originally from Philly. I've been living in Miami for the last 8-9 years. Got involved in nightlife, entertainment, and artist management.
Mm.
And my nickname comes from, it was Eli, and then Elijah, and then Ja. And then when I started managing artists, it became the Manager. And I came across this new startup called Fantext AI, where it kind of involves the best of both worlds for me.
Mhm.
I'm doing talent management, and I'm a firm believer that AI is the future.
Mm.
So it combines those two worlds, and it's going to be the future.
AI is the future. Okay, yeah, we're gonna
Mhm.
have fun with this one because a lot of people say AI is gonna take over people's jobs, and they feel some type of way about that. How do you
Mhm.
feel about that statement?
I think that there's going to be a lot of people that don't benefit from AI,
Mm.
but that's because they don't take advantage of the opportunity.
Mm.
And that's most people, frankly. Most people, they have these opportunities at hand, but they let them go by, and then it's too late. So the time is really now. It's here. It's been here for a lot longer than people realize.
Mhm.
Before ChatGPT was a thing, AI was still a thing.
Mm.
That's why on Spotify, you get those song like requests or those suggestions, your emails when it's suggesting how to finish a sentence. That's all AI stuff.
Mm.
But now it's just become more the forefront of what people are doing. So you can either join the wave or the wave's going to leave you behind.
Mm. I like that. I like that. And
Mhm.
so for you to have that type of perspective, that has to definitely come somewhere, come from somewhere. And so
Yeah.
I want to take a step back into, who is Eli or Ja?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as I mentioned before, I was in law school, or let me backtrack. Before I was even in law school,
Mhm.
I was an undergrad.
Mhm.
And I thought all my life I was going to do talent management, but I thought it was going to be representing athletes.
I want to go even further back.
Yeah, further back.
So life in Philly growing up as a kid. What was
Mhm.
that like for you?
So I was definitely an energetic, charismatic kid,
Mm.
and I always have been, still am.
Mhm.
And for me, I was always a firm believer that relationships were going to get you everywhere in life. So I treated everyone like family.
Mhm.
And I think my boys will attest to this. I treat all my boys like family, and everybody that I meet, I make sure that I treat you with respect.
Mhm.
And it's not that I'm doing good things for you, expecting some stuff in return, but I think it's the little things that when you have those close encounters that maybe last 5 minutes
Mm.
in an elevator with somebody, at the very least, if you can boost their day, make them happy, give them a compliment, then that's going to go a long way. And you're never going to know when you're going to meet that person again, and they're going to be like, I remember you for how you treated me.
Mm.
Because somebody said, you're not always going to remember what people say, but you'll always remember how people make you feel.
True.
So I always try to make people feel good. And growing up, I was always passionate about working in entertainment.
Mhm.
I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it, but
Mhm.
I was like, I'm going to do it. And my family, my friends, they would always tell me, you have something in you. Like, you're going to be successful no matter what. And for them, they truly believed it. And it's nice to hear to an extent.
Mhm.
But when you don't know exactly what the course is for you, those moments of self-doubt kick in when you're trying to figure stuff out. And just because other people think that you're going to make it doesn't prevent you from thinking that you won't.
Facts.
And that's the biggest problem with most people, I think.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people try to pursue their dreams, and most of them have the talent to do it.
Mhm.
The reason why people don't end up succeeding is because they quit. They
Mhm.
get hard on themselves. They encounter one too many failures. And I think, I forget who said this, but they said that all success is successful adaptation, and all failure is failure to adapt.
Mhm.
So you need those failures, and you need to adapt to them in order to become successful. It's all necessary.
And so I can tell just from all of that you said, you were definitely involved in sports
Mm-hmm.
and definitely, just working out, because that kind of discipline comes mentally from that type of, so you did all of that,
Yeah,
younger.
I did. Yeah, I was involved in a lot of sports. I dabbled in a little bit of everything,
Mm.
but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't great with authority growing up.
Mm.
There were a lot of things that I was trying to clear my mind of growing
Mhm.
up, and sports for me was a little bit of an escape.
Mhm.
But then when the coach would get on my ass, I was like, this isn't the escape that I'm looking for.
Ah.
Yeah, so it really wasn't until law school that I became this disciplined individual. Um, and even though I didn't maintain the lawyer route,
Mm.
because I never ended up taking the bar,
Mm.
I ended up working at a sports and entertainment firm. And for a little while, I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do law. I'm in the field that I want to be in.
Mm.
I'm handling these cases of artists and athletes. But after a year working there, I'm like, I'm not working with them. I'm not
So
talking to them.
so before we even go deeper in that, what was that shift for you to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to law instead of sports, because law is super,
Mm-hmm.
authority wise, and
Of
you
course.
don't even like authority.
Yeah. So I was told there were two routes to do what I wanted to do at the time.
Mm.
Either go to a talent management or a talent agency, which in my mind meant going to New York or LA.
Mm.
I'm from Philly. I love the Northeast, but I hate the cold weather.
Mm.
And LA, little too LA for me.
Gotcha.
Plus, the talent agency offered the same type of dilemma and problems of me working the corporate ladder. And I have no problem earning my stripes, but I don't do well with being handed intern work, go get my coffee, stuff like that I don't see purpose in.
Mm.
Because I'm my best self when I'm productive, but I need to see purpose behind my productivity.
Gotcha.
So option 2 is go to law school. So I chose the second route.
So how much of law school did you actually do?
Oh, I completed it. I graduated.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But it was after working at the sports and entertainment firm.
Mm.
I was like, I'm not talking to these athletes. Frankly, I wasn't talking to anybody.
Mm.
I was sitting behind a computer typing up a 40-page legal document. And I was like, this isn't me. So I started my first company while I was still in law school. My third year, it was a talent agency.
Mm.
I was representing painters, influencers, DJs, musicians. And from there, I met my current business partner. So,
Hey.
yeah, it's one of those things where you just got to try it, man. Like, you have no idea what's going to come of it.
Mm.
And it's not like you're going to pick up those skills of being a talent agent
Mm.
by being in law school or doing some other path. So, do it yourself. Have an opportunity for it to be something that you founded, you created from the jump.
Mm.
And then the biggest thing is who you're going to meet along the way.
Mm.
And that's what changed everything for me. Was I met people that I never would have met if I stuck with the legal route.
Mm. So then the next question would be, do you think that college was absolutely necessary for what you did?
No, absolutely not. And I mean, I have a huge problem with the whole education system, to be honest. I mean, I think they try to derive these kids of their creativity.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even teach you the most necessary things in order to become successful.
Mm.
They don't teach you about financial stability, how to be financially independent, how to keep a good credit score, any of this stuff. You have to learn this stuff on your own. And then really what they want is for you to be a good employee. Join the corporate world, be a good employee.
Absolutely.
But for me, when I started stuff on my own, I look back on my college education and I'm like, I wish that I just became a skilled individual in everything. I wish that I learned graphic design, video editing, stuff that you can take with you everywhere, no matter what you're doing. And even if it doesn't pertain to your job exactly, do it as side hustles. Because we all have to have side hustles and multiple sources of income these days.
And so you don't complete the bar. You do law school, though.
Mm-hmm.
What do your parents say?
Oh, my God. It's funny that you say that. So I never really had like a father figure that was giving me advice. My older brother was like that for me. He was somebody that I looked up to. Honestly, growing up, I was more my father's father than anything. My mom, she was a little reluctant to support my path in the beginning, but and I don't really blame her because she was hearing it from her siblings, the rest of the family, everybody that she knew. What is Eli doing? Like, he's got to take the bar. He's got to become a lawyer. And for me, it was like my aunt, uncle, all these people, they don't know what I want out of my life. So how are they going to tell me what I should be doing? And so since then, she's been incredibly supportive. I wouldn't have made it here if it wasn't for her. And I share with her like all the good news, all the bad news as well. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions for me and for her throughout this process. But I mean, I always say that people always say you can do whatever you want in this world.
Mhm.
You can be whatever it is that you want to be until you actually start trying to be that person.
Facts.
Then all of a sudden you have to be like everybody else.
Wow.
So it's great that now I have a great support system that's encouraging me to be who it is that I want to be.
Mhm.
But that wasn't always the case
Mhm.
from friends, family. So it was hard.
Mm.
But now I feel like I've settled into it all. I got people behind me. I have the best team where I work ever. So it's amazing.
So you didn't do New York, you didn't do LA. How'd you end up here in MIA?
Yeah. So I ended up here 9 years ago.
Mhm.
I went to the University of Miami.
Okay.
And for me, it took, I would say a month is an over exaggeration to fall in love with Miami. It took you, realistically, it took like 3 days.
Well, was it more the lifestyle or the trees? Or?
It was a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So I realized that, first of all, seasonal depression is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I go back to Philly and it's cold, I'm like, how did I ever live here?
Mm.
I love it, don't get me wrong, but the cold weather does a lot to you.
Yeah.
It decreases your productivity. When it gets dark at 4 o'clock, you're like, okay, I should be winding down my day. And for me, even though I'm working all these late hours, I'm so much more productive and I'm so much happier because I look out my window, even if I barely leave my house, I look out my window and it's beautiful out. And my work breaks. The funny thing is people ask me, how do you get your work done in Miami? There's so many distractions. I'm sure you know about that. Yeah. But for me, I feel less of an urge to go out and go crazy every weekend because my work breaks are going to the pool for a sec, taking my dog by the water, going in the gym, and along the way, I see like this beautiful environment, weather, everything. So I kind of just soak it in and appreciate it. And that's all I kind of need those weeks when I'm grinding 24/7.
You live where they vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so now, what is the everyday life like from you, especially working from home, but doing the talent type of agency, entertainment, all that type of stuff?
Yeah. So the beautiful thing about what I do is every day is different. I'm talking to so many different people, different types of talent. I'm talking to college athletes. I'm talking to professional athletes, football, MMA fighters, influencers, artists, DJs, real estate mentors. So it's a little bit of everything, and every conversation is a little bit different, which I love.
So walk me through like a typical conversation of, let's say, you talk to business owners. So I'm a business owner. Talk to me.
So whenever I talk to business owners, for them, a lot of them.
No, talk to me.
Oh, okay. Talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to give you the little pitch about Fantex, get you on board?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're launching the first ever text-based subscription platform called Fantex AI.
Text-based subscription. Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I say it's supported by AI because it's really going to be you, these talent celebrities, communicating with your fans one-on-one. But what we can do is we develop these silos so we can scrape your social media to help jumpstart it in replicating your personality. And then over time, the more that you talk to your clients, the more it'll master your personality. So that way, you never have to worry about responding to your clients ever again. The AI will do it for you. So no more complaining from your clients saying, yeah, you're taking too long to respond, or I don't know how to do this, that, and the other. You gave me this assignment. What's going on? And then on top of that, your clients can actually make money by inviting other clients, other fans to your community.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Okay. So they're going to be rewarded in that way. And then the little cherry on top of the cake is we actually have this Oracle technology that does provably fair prize pools. So every single month, you will choose whatever the prize is that you want. So let's say it's a luxury watch, a yacht day for your client, cash, you name it, a meet and greet, a personal coaching lesson. Let me introduce you to the celebrity that I work with or that we work with. We'll put you onto that. So, and now it'll randomly choose which one of your clients wins every single month. So it's the best way for you to engage with your clients, to reward them, and have them make unreal, life-changing, monthly recurring revenue in addition to yourself.
And so does it cost my fans to be on there?
Yeah. So it costs whatever you charge as the monthly subscription.
Okay.
And then it also costs them $2 to reply as of now. And one of the reasons we're doing that is because when we were talking to Tom Brady's team, he was like, I don't want to have a million guys, a million weirdos texting me at once like, yo, what up, bro? What are you wearing?
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
I mean,
So,
if they want to pay $2 a reply,
yeah,
then
yeah. So it was initially a mechanism for us to kind of limit the amount of communication.
Got it.
But some of the benefits of that is it's additional revenue for you.
Mm.
And then for the fans, it's like a lot of these other platforms, they don't even have a chance to reply on Telegram, Discord, that type of stuff. And since the talent's getting less replies, there's a greater likelihood that they're going to give greater attention and consideration to what the fans are saying. So it's an excellent opportunity for me as a client, and you're the business owner, to put my pitch in front of you, my business opportunity in front of you, get you on board, get you to invest.
Oh, so okay. So if I'm understanding this correctly, basically this is like a double-sided thing where me as the business owner can monetize my fan base, but my fans can also monetize my fan base.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's kind of like affiliate marketing for your fans, which some of them, they're just going to invite 5 of their closest friends because they're like, you're putting me on a great game. I have a circle that could use this, so let me invite them. And then you have other people that, let's say it's Tom Brady's community, for instance. They're going to be taking Tom Brady content, posting it on TikTok, which is going to go viral in and of itself. And then they recruit 600 fans to his community. They're making $3,000 of residual income every single month just by using his content, his fame, and piggybacking off of that.
Oh, wow.
And all they have to do is say, text join Brady at this number.
And do I get piece of that subscription if they bring people to?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Dope.
Brady, mark my words, will make more money from this platform when he ends up signing up than he will in any single NFL contract. Yeah.
I just wrap my head around like how crazy that is. That's wow.
Yeah.
And so, okay. So now, of course, then how did you even come up with this?
So, while I was in law school, I actually wrote a law review article entitled Artificial Intelligence and the Implications that AI has on copyright law. So for me, I realized very early on that AI was the future. So I was trying to figure out different ways of how to use it. I had another startup, which was similar to this in the essence that it was part entertainment, part tech, specifically blockchain. So I was always trying to be on that new wave of technology. And then while I was at the other startup, I met my current business partner and CEO, who's the best CEO I have ever worked with in my life, I swear. And so he told me about this platform, Fantext AI. And for me, it was a no-brainer because here I am pursuing my dream, pursuing my passion. And what I'm really good at is working with artists, networking, stuff like that. And it combines that with
the technology.
AI. Yes, exactly.
Got it. So it's the pieces of the puzzle coming together.
Yeah.
Modern day transformer. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's dope. They live out here too, your partners?
He lives in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives in Vegas. I got another agent that I work with. She lives North Miami area, and then some live in Fort Lauderdale. So we're a little bit all over the place. We got some in LA. We're everywhere. And that's kind of one of the beautiful things is when we sign talent, there's a good chance that we're going to have people that can meet you. Like I just met with talent at Empire Lounge in Miami. He hit me up last second. Yo, you want to come grab a cigar, grab a drink with me? I was like, bet, I'll be there. I was literally there 15 minutes later and I kicked it with him. We were brainstorming ideas. What's the type of knowledge that he wants to give to his fans? What are the types of content videos that he wants to be posting? Giveaway ideas. And we had a real in-person brainstorming session. And on top of that, we're building a real relationship.
So you're almost like a business coach, but for talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that. I like that. All right. And so in you discovering that you're going to do all of this, where does that leave you like on a personal monetization level? Like how do you scale?
Yeah. So for me, I get a percent of all the revenue that comes in from the talent that I sign. And on top of that, brand deals. So that's why we're not just a platform. We are, in addition to that, a full-on agency support team. So as a talent agent, my job is to not just get talent signed up to the platform, but after they're signed up, help them use the platform, strategize on what content they're going to do, and then collaborations with our other talent. So for some of these aspiring football players, to have them do a collaboration with Tom Brady, or for some of these artists, the other artists that we work with, get them on a song together, get them on each other's podcasts, put them on our events, which a lot of the money that we're making as a company, we're not pocketing that. We're putting that behind the talent. Yeah, because we really do want to grow their brands, and not just the famous ones, but there's some talent that I'm working with that one of them is a mental health professional. And for me, I really want him to help get his message across, because he's going to be helping his clients on a daily basis, especially since he focuses on men's mental health, which isn't really a large topic. And guys don't really want to talk about that. So even if all he has is 15 clients, I know that he's really impacting those 15 clients on a daily basis. Yeah. And then we have some more that for them, it's just the perfect tool to teach whoever they want to teach. So that way they can be as successful as that person teaching them.
And so everything that you're saying, even in how you're just articulating yourself, it all sounds really good on the basis of you're talking to these people and you're getting these talents and you're getting everything like that. How did you get good at speaking to them? Because you didn't have anything involved with that, really.
Yeah, no, I was always a social butterfly growing up. Okay. Yeah, I was the person that liked to be the center of attention, for better or for worse.
Got it.
Yeah, so it was kind of a natural ability for me. I mean, I was a business management major, which was kind of ironic because what they taught me was how to be a good leader. And I was like, I hope I'm already a good leader, because I've had friends that have put me in the leader position for a while. So I hope I didn't lead them astray.
Something you just said made me remember you for a second, and I might be tripping, but have you ever been to PS Social?
PS Social, where's that?
Okay, nope, you've never been there.
I might have been.
Well, you would have remembered it. Yeah. It's one of those places that, yeah, I've been there. But, okay, no, it's a guy that runs a business in Wynwood, but a lot of entrepreneurs and everything like do events there. They have like Tech Tuesdays where they do tech stuff every Tuesday and whatever. It's a big community, and so they have their own stuff going on. But no, something you said reminded me of somebody that went there. But
no, I honestly might have been there, because when I was back with the other startup, I was going to events all the time. They were mostly like tech, blockchain, entrepreneur events all the time. So I couldn't tell you the names of all of them or even the venues. And I've been in Miami for so long, and I still don't remember the names of all the venues that I go to.
Got it. Okay. And so no, definitely everything that you're saying just makes sense. And so there's nothing like this that exists already?
It's the first ever text-based subscription platform that's supported by AI. So there might be other texting platforms, but normally the talent isn't monetizing that. They're like, here, if you want to receive these automated text messages that they just have a robot send you, then sure, sign up. They're not really making money from their fans. Nothing with the AI that's replicating their personality to help scale their fan base. And that's just an optional feature. Like the talent can turn it on and off.
And talk to them themselves?
Yeah. No, they will be talking to them, especially for the first. It's going to take several months for the AI to really master their personality. But I mean, one of the reasons we want to do that is because most fans care more about what it is and how the talent says it than the fact that it's coming from the talent themselves.
True.
So when I was with this athlete, so he's a professional basketball player that plays overseas, and let me tell you, he just speaks so poetically, and the way that he says things, it gets through to you, and you're like, damn, you know what, that's facts.
So the AI is gonna pick up on that.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn.
So the fans aren't really going to care when it gets to a point, because it's still going to be the talent talking to them for the most part, but when they ask a question, they're going to care more that they get a quick reply and it's the answer that they're looking for than the fact that it took the talent, or for me, when I had a personal coach for my course, 3 days to finally give me the answer, which the AI could have just done.
Okay.
And then on top of that, the Oracle technology basically replaces these phony Instagram giveaways where they're like, comment this, tag your friends for a chance to win.
So it's less spammy.
Yeah, it's authentic, it's fair, it's completely random, and we're going to be broadcasting who wins every single month. So they'll see these fans that end up coming to our events with their favorite talent, these meet and greets, these luxury cars, cash prizes. We have a real estate talent, so he's a real estate expert, and once he reaches a certain amount of subscribers, he's been giving away a home every single month to one of those fans.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And this app is live already.
Yeah. So the talent can sign up. All they have to do is contact me. I'll get them going. I'll talk to my team. We'll set them up with the community. They can work on marketing materials where they talk about why the talent or why the fans should subscribe, what type of value they're going to be receiving, on top of building the one-on-one personal relationship with their hero, their idol, their favorite athlete, and then the giveaways, the invite code tech, where the fans are going to have a chance to make money in addition to the talent, kind of sharing the wealth, and we all become winners.
That's crazy. And so, I definitely have to ask, what was the biggest obstacle in you creating something like this to begin with? Because it can't be easy. It sounds massive and insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the startup life, there's so many obstacles, and you can't be deterred when there's another hurdle along the road. For us, some of the obstacles are we ran into one getting these phone numbers because there's so many spammy things out there, like the car insurance or whatever the texts are that you get from these random numbers that you're like, I don't remember subscribing to this. And in reality, you didn't subscribe to it. They got your phone number from some database. They probably paid whatever company to give you, which is another thing that we're big about. We're big about privacy. So we're not collecting any personal info from our fans, which means we're definitely not selling it to another company that's going to end up spamming you, which is how we got to this problem. So it's been a little difficult for us to get these area codes, Miami, Cali, all the stuff that we want the talent who lives there to have. So that was one hurdle. Another hurdle, honestly, it's hard for me to think of. Like if you asked me about my last couple startups, I could have given you a laundry list of them. But for this, because it's so clear the value, I think that's why there hasn't been many hurdles.
It didn't take a crazy amount of capital?
Oh, it did. Yeah.
Okay.
But once we got that covered, it was like, okay, the technology, it was really hard to develop. But for me, that wasn't a hurdle that I personally encountered. I'm not the developer.
That would be
I'm sure.
story.
Yeah, I'm sure every day they could tell you 1 or 3 hurdles that they accomplished, that they sweated it out, working day and night over the course of 6 months. And it cost us like $500,000 to develop. The SoFi event that we're doing is costing us a couple $100,000. So
SoFi event. What's the SoFi event?
Yeah. So we are doing our launch event at SoFi Stadium, October 19th. Yeah, it's the Influencer Monetization Summit.
Okay.
And so we are having 400 plus influencers, celebrities in attendance.
Oh, damn.
Yup. And then we are making 18 podcast suites.
Oh,
where we're selling them to podcasters so they can set up their own podcast with their own branding in it. They can even recruit their own sponsors. So it's not a sunk cost for them, but they're actually making money from it. Yeah, especially if they get in now. They can be reeling in those sponsors on a daily basis. And then they'll get all the influencers in attendance going around to each one, where it's really cool because these podcasts, they're field level. So the backdrop for some of these will literally be the field where last year's Super Bowl was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the talent will go around to get featured on each one. It's all access to the locker room. Get your photo taken in the locker room, the field, and the $100 million infinity screen. So these podcasters, the talent in attendance, the brands that we're working with, they're going to have their brand, their face, whatever it is that they want on the same screen that Rihanna was on last Super Bowl.
You're like the next Zuck or Musk or whoever that's coming into this. And so do you guys see yourselves just riding it out and keeping that label, or are you going to sell?
Oh, our CEO is fully transparent that his mission is to sell this.
Gotcha.
And listen, I believe him. When he says that he's going to do something, he hasn't let us down once. And he's a big person when it comes to affirmations and motivating the team as well as himself. But he's very clear that his goal is to sell this. And it's a very sellable technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and especially if you see what's going on in the AI market right now, the AI industry is blowing up. So, he's not just going to sell this for like 100 million, 200 million. We're currently raising it at, we're raising a convertible note at a $65 million valuation.
Wow.
So he's going to look to sell this for over $1 billion at least.
Wow. So $500,000 to create, and then essentially you sell it for over $1 billion. That's insane. And so once you sell it though, what do you see yourself doing? Will you still just do regular, talent management?
It's funny that you say that. I just had a conversation with the CEO about this. because he thinks we're all stoked like for the one day that it gets sold.
Mm.
And most likely when it does get sold, there's going to be like a transition period where they keep on, especially the main agents, to help smooth things over.
Yeah.
Yeah, from management to management, make sure there's not too many differences and everything. But for me, and I always tell him this, like, I'm my best self when I'm feeling really productive. So I'm not looking forward to the day that I'm not working on this. Like, my goal is to not retire young. I want to be doing what I love doing for as long as I can physically do it. Like, think about the Tom Brady of business. That's what I want to do. I want to get my career going as long as possible and be that person that not only am I creating generational wealth for my family, but I'm doing it for my circle, my friends who have always been with me, my family, and I'm also teaching people how to do it and impacting as many lives as possible while doing what I love on a daily basis. Don't get me wrong, I'll be taking vacations and stuff like that. And that's really like some of the stuff that I look forward to. Is I'm not very much a materialistic person. Don't let the glasses fool you. But for me, like, I'm all about experiences and relationships, like I said before. So I look forward to the day that I can fly my family out to wherever it is, Bali, you name it, or take my friends out there.
And not even flinch.
Yeah, and not even flinch. And then get back to work as soon as the vacation's over. Or work while I'm on vacation.
I like that. I like that. I think it was Mr. Beast that made a quote, and he was like, man, I'm not like other people because I genuinely enjoy what I do. And so I'll work, 2 weeks, 14 days back to back, and then I'll just take a whole day off, know, just to chill and relax. But then I'm right back at it again. And so, no, that's interesting. And so you doing talent management, is there anybody that you haven't worked with yet that you specifically want to work with?
Oh, yeah. My number one person of all time would be 50 Cent.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, when I was little, I had 5 CDs that I listened to. It was Get Rich or Die Trying, 8 Mile, the Beatles' number one hits,
okay,
Journey, and one of Leonard Skinner's albums.
Leonard Skinner, I haven't heard that name in forever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad was a big classic rock fan.
Okay.
So I grew up on that type of stuff. But for me, I mean, growing up in Philly, it was hard not to be a big Meek fan, hip hop rap fan. I mean, I prefer the old days of hip hop and rap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, man, that attractive mindset that you have, do you read a lot of books?
I do. It's something that I want to do more of. I'm more of a nonfiction reader.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I read like daily motivation books. I'm reading the Daily Stoic every single morning now.
Got it.
The last book that I read was actually 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
Is that the one with the collab with Robert Greene?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, so I mean, that book was incredible. And I have a bunch of notes that I wrote down that really helped me as a struggling entrepreneur. One of the things that he emphasizes is the fact that your success comes from 1% of the work that you do and 99% of your failures. And that's really what it's all about. And to hear that as an entrepreneur that's encountering daily failures, to be like, not only is this something that I have to get past, but it's something that's going to help me to get where I'm going. It's like a necessary evil. And he talks about how the owner of Honda, how he never would have reached his success if he didn't encounter the biggest failures of his life, where it wasn't even his fault. One of his factories blew up. I forget what the other one was, but he encountered these 2 massive failures and then ended up starting what is now Honda.
Wow. You have any kids or anything like that?
No, no kids. Yeah.
You want kids?
I do, but not for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to be able to have the freedom to go where I want. I'm a big traveler. I love traveling. So I want to be able to travel. For me, like, I'm working so much, but like you said, like, I love what I do. So it's not something that I look down upon. It's something that I'm very joyous about every single day. So I don't want to be strapped down to kids, relationship, or anything right now. I just want the freedom and make sure that my number one thing on my radar every single day is achieving that success for myself, for the company, for the people I care about. And then everything else will fall into place afterwards.
Okay. And so how do you feel about the quote, tough times create, tough men create good times, good times create weak men create tough times?
Oh my God. Yeah. I definitely relate to that. And I think that's all the way true. I I think a lot of people sometimes they overvalue the good times
Mm,
and they don't realize what it's doing for the long time.
mm,
So they want that instant gratification of going out and having fun. And don't get me wrong, I love going out. Like my
mm,
friends will tell you, they're surprised I haven't gone out in a while. But I still find my ways to enjoy myself and go out. A lot of what I do is networking and going out.
mm,
But I realize that I can't sacrifice the short term game and having fun right now all the time in order to get where I want to go.
mm. And so, if it's one thing that you can tell your future son or daughter, or whatever you want to label them,
Hmm.
what would you say?
I would say, hmm, in life, find what you're passionate about because it's passion that makes perfection. It's not practice. It's what you're passionate about is what's going to get you up in the morning
Mm,
and keep you moving and keep you going and have you persevere and become tougher in spite of failures and not fall victim to failures because you want that thing so badly that you're willing to do whatever it takes. And no matter what's thrown in your direction, it might knock you down once or twice, but you're going to make sure that you're getting back up because your dream in your mind is in arm's reach.
mm.
And it's only not in arm's reach if you back away and turn the other way.
I like that. I definitely like that. Wow, man, Eli, dog, you just it was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
You covered a lot of different topics and things that people don't talk about, especially in the AI space, but even in a different way where it's not so much, oh, well, AI is passing by you, but you can work with AI to
Mm-hmm.
really scale yourself up.
Yeah.
I like that. I can tell you're a people person, man. And
Mm-hmm.
and you having that spirit of wanting to help people. Do you find that when you're doing talent management that you will drop your price or even do something for free because you see the value in just helping others?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And for me, I mean, my friend said that I should be a professional friend if that was a
Mm,
career. So it's part of the passion of what I do is I like helping people
mm,
and I want to help my talent help people. So, I mean, even right now, they can charge as low as $2 a month
mm,
to their fans. We are working on doing trial periods for fans so they can get, let's say, a couple weeks or a month free signing up to some talent, see if they like it.
mm,
And then if they want to pay the subscription, then they can do that moving forward.
mm,
But I mean, in our talents minds, some of them aren't big names. Some of them have maybe like 2,000 followers. We do have the big celebrities, artists, and athletes, but our mission isn't just to help the rich get richer
mm,
or the famous get more fame. Our mission is to also help the little guy
mm.
who is also helping the little guys behind them. And
So
so
this
it's a
is a
ripple effect.
scale for the micro influencer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah. And I mean, like, even a lot of these college athletes, NIL became a huge thing,
Mm,
and it's how a lot of them are making money, but some of them aren't getting huge brand deals, and it's hard to remain consistent with that. A lot of them are turning down these commission deals because there's not high conversions. Posting this on social media only reaches 2% of your followers.
mm,
Now they can accept all these commission deals because they'll send it via text message, and more fans will end up buying their products. And then for the people that are trying to learn something, like they're going to stick with it, having this video motivational text from a fitness influencer or a real estate professional or mindset coach, where those text messages act as a daily reminder, like an alert
mm.
throughout your busy day. Complete this step. Know you can do it. For instance, one of the talent that we're working with, Zion Clark. Are you familiar with him?
That's not the ball player, right?
No, that's Zion Williamson.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Eventually, no. Zion Clark is the professional wrestler, and I think he got into
Okay.
MMA too. Who was born without any legs.
Mm.
So we're
Oh,
signing
dope.
him, and I mean, if you're getting a text from him
Hmm.
saying "get off your ass and do something,"
Yeah.
you can do it. You're gonna get off your ass and do it because
David Goggins. Oh,
yeah,
damn, yeah.
yeah. Like if he was able to do it and he was born without any legs, and
Mm.
look at where he is now, like you have no excuse.
Mm. Dope. Eli, man. Wow. Literally, people got to tap in with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so if somebody was looking for you, where can they find you at? Where can they find your, the companies at, everything?
Yeah. All right. So you can find me on Instagram at the manager _ So shoot me a DM or the company account, Fantext AI. Shoot them a DM. One of us will respond and we'll get you going right away.
Absolutely, man. This was a crazy episode. Just thank you for dropping the knowledge. Definitely got to tell them more about SoFi coming up in
Hmm.
October. Just be on the lookout for that, man. Make sure you
Yes,
tap
sir.
into this because I'm telling you, you want to be at things. Imagine if you were at the start of Google. Imagine if you were at the start of Yahoo. Imagine if you were at the start of Apple, Instagram, all of that type of stuff. You have a chance to witness history literally unfold now. And I feel like that's what you guys have. And
Hmm.
man, I just appreciate you so much for coming on the show and just dropping gems, giving a little bit about yourself, info. It's clear that you have an attractive mindset. And so, as we always say, it's your host, Moneybag Rich. And thank you for just coming on the show. As
Thank
we
you.
always say, look good, we live good, life is good. Talk to us, we talk back, and we are out of here.